missiles go by at 80 miles an hour. We survived that. We've got this nice long road ahead. Wildflowers are out just beautifully right now. Let's see what I can do to improve the audio here. Okay, is that better? Try and shield my mic from the wind and ride with no hands at the same time, because this is a really nice stretch of road and I can do that. Alright, how about now? Got the mic right next to my mouth. Okay. That's about as good as it's going to get. If you can't hear me, let me know. Here comes Matthew on my left. Let's see if he's going to pass me. Go ahead, Matthew. There we go. Joe's up ahead. There goes Matthew. I'm going to hang back here and do a periscope with you guys. Hello, Nan. I saw Ben get on. I saw Couch Captain. Good to see you all on this beautiful Sunday morning. Okay, so a recap of yesterday. Yesterday was day 10 and we rode for Courage. I didn't put a periscope up because we were moving the RV, and to be honest, I just forgot. So we were running around trying to take care of our logistics. It was a long haul. We moved the RV about around 130 miles up the road from Quartzsite. We're now up in the mountains. About the RV is in the mountains at about 4,800 feet elevation. We're down at about 1,000 feet here. And if you can see all the way down the road, see some big mountains. That's where we're heading. We had to stop the RV once yesterday, going up the Kirby Mountain Road. We overheated, but we made it. Everything's fine. But we got to get a look at what we got coming up here in 2 days. It's a 1,000-foot climb in 5 miles, so we got a couple days to prepare. So that's what we were doing yesterday, and along the way, it took us a little bit longer than just driving there, because every time we stopped, we met amazing people. Joe and Matthew planted the post 10 on I-10, just past exit 26, which is one of our numbers. 26 means inspiration with God. Just waving to the neighbor there riding by. Anyway, 26 is inspiration with man, or God with man. That's what that number means to us. So you see on our website, Born 26. That's what that means. For the atheist, that's cool. It's inspiration with man. For the creationist, that's cool too. It's God with man. But the point there is we're not alone. And we're all born to do something. Okay, so exit 26 on I-10 in Arizona. Just past there, about 3 miles, is post number 10. And that post was for Courage. While they were putting the post in the ground, highway patrolman, actually it was a sheriff, pulled up behind them, asked them what they were doing. They were a little worried at first, thinking they were going to get arrested for putting a post out there, but so they just kind of dropped the hammer and started talking to him first to figure out what was going to happen, and everything was cool. So Joe started explaining the post, what we're doing, and the number 26, and he asked the sheriff what age he is, and when he's 26 years old. So it was pretty cool. We just saw 26s popping up everywhere yesterday. So they had a good discussion with the 26-year-old sheriff there, and Dina and I were driving up in the RV. Dina's an awesome driver, and she handles that RV just smooth. And we were up ahead, so they can't catch up to us. But on our way, when I was with Dina in the RV, saw a man sitting on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere. So I asked her to stop so I could give him some water, and went over there and started talking to him, and ran into a guy named Mark Souls, and he was just taking a break. He's actually walking across America, and he's 3 weeks into his journey. He started in San Diego like us. And hold on, guys, I got a bridge coming up, and I got to grab my handlebars. Just for a minute, you won't hear me for a second. Okay, so his name is Mark Souls. He's walking across America. He's 3 weeks into it. The day before yesterday, he walked 32 miles. Probably 31.6. Wouldn't be surprised. And he's just an amazing guy. He's walking to raise money for ALS. His mother, it's otherwise known as Lou Gehrig's disease. His mother passed away from that in 2010. At that time, in the discussions with his mom in the last few weeks of her life, he had the inspiration to walk across America to raise money, and she just thought that was a wonderful idea and asked him to take her ashes with him and spread a little bit in each state, because she loved to travel. And so there he is, out here all by himself. No support, just walking across America. He's got a little hand cart thing, stroller, whatever you call it. He's got his tent in there and some supplies. He just walks every day till he can't, finds a camping spot and camps a night, and then tries to find hit restaurants along the way and food, and then he'll get motels when he can to clean up. So, incredibly courageous guy. So I thought that was great on day 10 to be riding for courage. There's a guy out there with incredible courage, and I put his website on our Facebook feed, Instagram feed, Twitter. So please go out and check him out. He's got a pretty cool blog where he just kind of describes what's going on every day and the struggles he's going through, and the triumphs. And just if you got a few extra dollars, throw some his way to help him keep going, and then throw the other half toward the ALS fundraising. So we also met another couple who are also very courageous, just getting outside of their box. Their kids are raised just recently. They're just recent empty nesters, but they started working digitally from home, and one day they had the idea, well, let's just go on the road. So they went out to test it for 3 months, and they haven't been back in 2 years. And they're having a great time. And they're out there inspiring people, working with chambers of commerce, trying to help them stay inspired, change their mindsets about the new world, new technology that young man up there, Matthew, is just, a part of. And so we met them, and then Another great guy. We met another sheriff as we were pulled over on the side of the road, overheated, and he came up and just, made sure we were okay. But he turned out he owns the same make and model and year as our RV. So he came up and walked us through the engine. He's been up the same hill that we got stuck on there many times, so he told us all the buttons and knobs to push, turn off the AC, turn the heater, do all these tricks, to all the little subtleties that you need to get that thing up the hill. And apparently it's a common thing with RVs, so what a blessing to just have that guy show up and teach us those things. But again, another courageous man. Well, he's been doing the sheriff gig for a long time, seen a lot of things, and he covers an area, he said, of 1,600 square miles. He covers that by himself. Now, if that isn't courageous, I don't know what is. He's got nobody, with him to back him up. He's just got to use his skill and his experience to get himself out of some sticky situations. But he talked to us for about a half an hour yesterday, and he's going to be retiring soon. He's got a side business, metalworking and stoneworking. He actually has been on he's part of the Extreme Makeover team on that TV show, and has been part of several houses in Joplin and around the country. He goes out and does that. So wasn't expecting that from a sheriff in the middle of nowhere in Arizona, but they're just good people everywhere. And these three people that I've just discussed, all of them living their purpose with passion, with a moral compass that's true to them, and a plan. They all have a plan. And there's one more that we met, a girl named Christina. Her husband and her two boys were in the trailer park there at Quartzsite. They'd been there for a couple months, stuck trying to get things squared away with their motorhome, and she stopped by to say hi, give us some hugs. Her husband's an artist, and they're just living their dream and their passion, and it's amazing to watch. We went to their website, to their gallery. That's also posted or shared on our Facebook. Just incredible geometric artwork this guy does, and they're just doing it how they want to do it, according to their plan and their moral compass, and they're very passionate about it. And understanding those things in your life is what gives you that courage. When things get tough, when other people think you're crazy, it's remembering the inspirations that you get, going back to those and following all of those inspirations through hope. That's what gives me courage out here. It's that original inspiration that I've explained before. And my answers lie on the other side of this ride. And then my purpose out here is to change my mindset. That's the inspiration. And I just got to go back to that to get strength and courage when I'm having rough days. So that brings me to day number 11, which is today we ride for our vulnerabilities and weaknesses. And I'm glad I can talk about that today, because this last 10 days, 11 days has taught me a lot already. And I've learned some weaknesses in my routines and the way I'm thinking. So I'll just share some personal notes with you here. Day 2, day 1, day 0, day 1, down there was great. great feeling of euphoria. Man, we were all jazzed and charged. Day 2, man, I hit the physical wall immediately when we climbed 2,500 feet in 12 miles. Whew. I thought I could do anything up to that point, and my body just gave out. The only thing that kept me going was I was emotionally stable and mentally stable, so I was able to carry myself a few more miles. So that was moment number 1. About 3.5, 4 days later, I hit my emotional break point, and man, I was roller coastering on my emotions all over the place, and eventually just went numb, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do. And then on what was 2 days ago, day 9, it was a great ride, flat. Physically, it should have been fantastic and easy, or easier, but my mental state was gone, and I just creeped through that ride. I barely made it, even though my body was fine. My mind was just not able to process what was going on. So in the first 10 days, I've hit my physical, emotional, and mental breaks. Using the tips and tricks and routines that I've had in the past. And so that's taught me that I'm weak, and that's okay. That's what opposition teaches us. And so now, knowing those things, I can go back and retool my routines, my diet, my sleep, my rest time, all the things that govern my physical, emotional health and mental health and wealth. I need to relook at those again, because the old routines that I got from the corporate when I was working my office job, and then even through CrossFit, they're just not going to work out here. They're a good starting point, but I got a lot to learn. So I'm a bit vulnerable right now, physically, mentally, emotionally. I know that, I recognize that. So now it's time to do something about it. Turn those weaknesses into a strength until they don't work anymore. I hit some other opposition that challenges them, and then I'll retool again. There's nothing wrong with that. Do that in manufacturing and business, oil and gas industry all the time. Find a weakness, figure out what went wrong, improve it, move on. That's what opposition does for us in this life. Or we could just choose to curl up in a little ball, and I've done that before too. And that's one way of dealing with it, or one tool. Wow, we're getting up here to our 13-mile mark already. We're making a really good time today. So I'm going to try and finish up here, but I'll get up, hopefully catch up to Matthew and Joe here and get them on video so you guys can see them. But okay, so just a few examples to drive home the point. I always, for physical recovery, my muscles, I try to drink a protein shake with a balanced amount of protein and carbohydrates within 30 minutes of my workout. And I did that as I did 4 months of CrossFit, and man, that really helped me recover for the next day. And I've been doing that here consistently every day, and I'll tell you what, it's probably helping, but my muscles are still not recovering fully. So there's got to be a change, or an addition to that, to keep up with the physical toil here. on my legs, especially my quads. And part of that is just pedaling a different way, so I'm working different muscles, but they're just not recovering as fast as I would like them to. The only thing that's really stayed consistent for me and helping me every day is the green juice. I've been able to get a naked juice out here in the bottles. It's not the best thing, but it's better than nothing. And I had one of those this morning. And, as soon as that hits my system, I get energized, and lights come back on. So I'm going to keep with the green juice. I'm going to keep doing the protein, but I need to probably add some stretching and some different things to get my muscles to get out of contraction mode and relax a little bit so they can recover. Whew. So that's the point for me right now. So I don't know every day when I wake up if my legs are going to be actually able to take the ride or not. So anybody have pointers, send them along. I'd love to get the advice. So ask yourself the question today: what are your vulnerabilities and weaknesses? And if you don't know, go try something hard. Go find some opposition in your life. There goes Dina in our chase car. And that opposition will point those weaknesses out to you real quick. And then don't get discouraged when it happens. Just recognize them. Be excited that you've recognized them, because once you identify them, you can do something about them. And that's just another step out of your box when you overcome them. So Matthew's been learning a lot about that lately. I have to admit, I've been a little bit harder on him than I would like, but I feel like I got to keep the pressure on him a little bit, make sure there's that opposition for him, because this bike ride is not a huge opposition for Matthew. He's just out here joyriding, talking to his friends, having a good time, which I'm really happy to see. And he helps us by pushing the pace and encouraging us and keeping us going. So he's doing his job out here really well. But we've had to push him on the schoolwork, on the intern duties, which we're trying to pay him for if we do them. So we've been able to point out his weaknesses to him constructively and with love, and we're trying to provide him tools now, help him retool to overcome those vulnerabilities and weaknesses. And he's a great kid. He's a quick learner. So, man, you should have seen him put those bikes together today for his intern duties. He's in charge of all the bike gear. He did a fantastic job this morning, and he's more aware of where he's at. He's a little bit more respectful. We're still working on that one, but you know, every day we're working with him. And the great thing about Matthew is he's just got an awesome sense of humor. He's got a fantastic attitude. He takes criticism very, very, very well. He doesn't beat himself up. He just takes it, thinks about it, and tries to do what he can. He does his best, and I'm really impressed with him. And I'm really happy to see the growth that he's having, because it's kind of a mirror for me. I'm having my own growth, although I don't have somebody there, because I'm 38. I don't have somebody there slap me upside the head if I'm not paying attention, but When you're 38, there are other ways for that to happen, like having your knees give out or your legs buckle under you because you're so dang tired, or running your head into a cabinet in the RV because you're not so tired you're not paying attention. Hello. So you just don't get that very often when you're 16, because you just feel like you're invincible. Your body feels awesome, and so that's what parents and mentors are for. We gotta help them hit the wall so they can push their boundaries, know what they are. They can understand their vulnerabilities and weaknesses, and then we're there to, after they do their best and try to push through them, we're there to help. Give them a hug, tell them it's okay, have weaknesses and vulnerabilities, and then provide them some new tools and skills to overcome that hurdle. It's just a fantastic thing being a parent or a mentor and having that opportunity. I'm grateful for Mandy and Keith for letting Matthew come so that we can have that opportunity out here. This ride would be very, very different without Matthew, and we're very grateful for him and grateful that he's here. And besides, I need somebody to tease, and I'm not teasing my Uncle Joe. He'll take me out. And Dina, she's just our angel, and Kai, it would not be the same without them here either. Had a great opportunity to sit and talk to Andina for the first time in my whole life, I think. We had 2 hours to just sit and talk, and she shared some of her history and her path and how she's figured things out in life. And if any of her kids are listening or to this, you guys have got to get her to record that history or write it down, because within 15 minutes of, well, it took about 20 minutes, she was very concise, but for that 20 minutes it was really a lot easier to understand Andina, her character, how she thinks, why she does things. Man, I gotta write that stuff down for my kids, because it just makes the relationship so much easier. And now I know where she's coming from, and so we can relate so much better. So that really taught me I need to figure out how to verbalize that myself and share that with people, because that's a good way to relate to other people. To be vulnerable, admit your weaknesses, show the path that you've taken, what you've done to overcome. It really shows people your character if you can verbalize that. And it shows them where you're at on your path, and so they can relate with you. Man, that was just a great conversation with her. She is just an awesome lady, and I'm just constantly amazed by my aunts and uncles and how they've figured out life and then been able to verbalize it and share it with my generation, the nieces and nephews. So we've got, let's see, another, well, we're 4 miles from halfway now, so you guys have seen a big part of this ride today, because this flat road is helping us go so fast. So there's hope we may get out of here before it's 90 degrees today. That was what we were hoping with the plan that we had put up. We got up at 4:30 this morning, or 4:15 this morning. We had a 90-mile drive to get out to our start point from the RV, and so we got up 4:15, got ready, ate some oatmeal, some WD oatmeal with a little bit of coffee in it, some cream, some bananas, Man, that is the breakfast champions right there for this bike ride. That stays with me the whole time. Not burping it up. As a good meal. WD had it right. And then we piled in the car. Took an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes to get out to the start point. And we started about 8:30 this morning. So, well, I'm running out of things to say. Oh, Dusty just says bananas. Bananas are good, but I gotta give you a word of caution here. I say bananas. The only reason I'm eating bananas in my oatmeal is because I'm burning 2,000 calories a day, and I'm immediately going out and working out right after that banana. Please do not eat bananas if you're not burning 2,000 calories a day. If you want to pack on pounds, eat a banana every day. They are pure evil because they're just full of sugar, and that just goes right on you, and it's really hard to burn a banana off. So no bananas. Keep the bananas in their hammocks. We have a banana hammock in our RV where our bananas hang. If you want to know what a banana hammock is, go to Amazon and look up banana hammock and look at the comments. Oh my gosh, that's some of the best comedy ever. Banana hammock at Amazon.com. Alright, where are we? That's a good question. We are riding from Quartzsite to, we're going to be going through a little town called Salome, Arizona. And this is day 11, so we should have just crossed the 300-mile mark here for our total mileage. Well, we passed it yesterday, I guess. So we're well into the 300s now. And so we're on this long road. This is a high desert, about 1,000 feet, 1,500 feet. This is the Mojave Desert. Whew. And we went through the town of Brenda already. Oh, poor bunny got squished. And now we're on our way to the town of Salome, Salome, Arizona, if you want to look that up. But the real way to see where we are is at glimpse.com, GLYMPSE.com. You go there, look for the tag Freedom Ride 2316, all lowercase, all one word. If you can find that tag, pull that up on the website or in the app, you will see 4 little dots. One for me, mine is Freedom Ride 2316. There's one for Matthew, one for Joe, this is Joe Z, America, and one for Dina. So you can see where all 4 of us are at any time during our ride. Dina's in the sport car, and then me, Matthew, and Joe are on the bikes. It tells you our current speed. You know, it shows you on the map where we're at, which road, all that good stuff. And I also put our destination. You can see our start point and destination on there. And I actually grabbed the GPS coordinates, I believe. So that's the best way to see where we're at any one time. I always keep it going during the ride. If I remember on our RV move, I'll do it. And then during the day after, if we're in the RV, you know, I don't want to bore you to death with walking half a mile an hour in the RV. So and then of course, if you're joining on Periscope Live, you can send in questions like, I think that was 49, I didn't catch the username, I apologize, 49 something, sent a text in asking where we were at, and that's a good prompt, thank you. Any other questions come in, I'll try and watch them for them and answer them, get you the information you need. We're still working on finalizing our route all the way to Fort McHenry. As soon as that's done, we'll get the route live online on Google Maps so you can see it, zoom in, and know where we're headed. And then also the post locations if you want to come out and join us. If you want to come out and join us before then, send an email to Freedom Ride 2316@gmail.com and give us your information, your contact information. Tell us why you want to ride, and we'll get in contact with you. Just know that we're doing this on our own dime, so we don't have sponsors for this. But if you'd like to get a sponsor for it and come out and ride with us to pay your expenses, that's great. Or if you have the means to come out and ride with us, come out and ride with us for the whole thing. Or if you just want to come for a couple days, we'd love to have you. The space in the RV is limited, but there are usually motels around where we're staying, so anyone is welcome to come ride with us. We would love that. And if you're struggling to find a way to get out here and you feel like it's your passion and your purpose to be out here with us, then please let us know that, because we've got a brilliant mind here with us named Uncle Joe. He'll figure out a way to get you here if this is your purpose and your passion too. This is about freedom, getting out of that box, and we don't want to be a stumbling block for anybody that wants to do that. So looks like we're going to be taking a rest up here, our first rest of the day. At about 15 miles. Went a little bit longer. We usually do one at 13.16, but Joe found a better place to pull off up here. So glad he did that. We usually look for a shade tree or a good pull off away from the highway. So if you hold on just a minute, I'm going to pedal a little bit faster to get over there and get you a hello from everybody. Oh, it's getting hot. Okay. Alright, the car's coming, and here we go. Across the road. Uncle Joe, Matthew, and Kai. Alright guys, we're live on Periscope. If you want to say hi.
Who's all on?
Huh?
Who's all on? Anybody we know?
Oh, Mandy, Ben.
Benj, Mandy!
Dusty's there. Dave's there right now.
Hey Ben, these fat suits I got, they're perfect for both of us. Come out here and we'll turn them into skinny suits.
Alright.
We're ready for you, Ben.
We are, Ben. We're ready for you to come. We're trying to amp up the humor here, but we're missing your puzzle piece to get the humor just right.
Yeah,
Who's Ben? I don't even know. Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben.
Yeah, Ben's the one that got the arrow in his head.
You may not be here, Ben, but we're still using you as our humor.
Oh. There's Kai. She's so happy to be out of the car. So at our first stop, we'll eat an apple. We were eating protein bars at first, but they were just really hard to get down. So we're doing an apple at the first stop and an avocado at our second rest stop every day. Got to use what nature's given us. Give us that perfect apple in a package with all the nutrients and moisture we need. And then the avocado gives us some good fat and protein to help recover. It's one of the tweaks I'm trying to do to get more protein to recover at the end of the day.
Guys.
Woo! Go Kai. Mandy, Dusty are on. I want to say hi.
Off the road, Kai. Off the road.
You have anything to say, Matthew?
Kai, off the road.
How'd your ride go?
better than the last one. You just like putting cameras in my face, don't you?
Oh, well, you're so beautiful. He's our
We all know that, but we don't need to see it all the time.
He's our Justin Bieber mascot. So I got lots of pictures of his cute little butt for all the little women out there that are tuning in.
Now I have 2 cameras on.
Justin Bieber. We're calling him Justin Beebe. And then last night we're in camp at the RV park, and somebody rattled the door to the shower and rattled Matthew up pretty bad. So Joe had to go out there with the gun to protect him and make sure he got back safe. And then we're sitting in the RV, and he sees these pigs go by. He yells out, "Hog!" And it was a family of wild boars, about 10 of them with their babies walking through the RV park. So now we're calling him Board. What did he call you?
I don't know. I'm not telling you.
Board?
We're calling him Board or Board.
Board.
Board boy.
Board boy, that's right. So now we're calling him Board. You know, Boar, but bored, because he's always bored with us. Board boy.
Why do you have to put cameras in my...
We love you, Matthew. All right, flex your arms.
I'll take that. I don't like the cameraman here.
All right, we got avocados. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go get some water and take a break here. Thanks for tuning in. It was a very pleasurable morning with you.
What?
Morrison's with us today.
Hey, Morrison.
Hey, Morrison.
We will check in with you later. All right. Keep an eye out for those weaknesses and vulnerabilities, and have a good day. Have a good Sunday. Love y'all.